Good afternoon, everybody. It is Sea Dragons Day, and normally I wouldn't even dream of interrupting Sea Dragons Day with discussion of any other team, but sometimes things happen, and you just got to talk about them when they happen because you strike when the iron's hot, right? And I guess this is actually Seahawks news, so it's what you guys have come to expect, but nobody take this video as me trying to disrespect the grand day that is Sea Dragons Day. Okay, anyway, we've lost another positional assistant coach. And again, I want to stress this. This is another coach that we have lost because he was good at his job, theoretically, which is better than losing coaches because they're bad at their job, I think. It indicates a certain level of health in your organization. It's indicative of your team understanding how to develop talent and how to make themselves look good to other teams, right? Another team is not going to want to hire somebody that is on your staff unless they make themselves look good, especially if the team that is doing the hiring is another team that is considered to be a relatively healthy organization. So here's the news, just real quick here. The Pittsburgh Steelers are expected to hire former NFL linebacker Aaron Curry as a linebacker coach. So Aaron Curry is getting a linebacker coach position with the Steelers, a team that has generally been associated with high quality linebacker play over the last several decades, I guess you could say. So this is not like the Houston Texans are doing it or the Cleveland Browns are doing it. No, this is a team that prides itself on running a competent, tight, and ultimately winning ship. Now, lately, they haven't been winning at the highest level, but they've been winning on some level. So, this means something. And it means that another team that is respected has looked at the Seahawks organization and said, I like the way they're doing things. Let's go get one of their coaches. So, that's the good news. The bad news is sometimes heavy lays the crown. When you are a good organization that other organizations respect, you're going to lose coaches. And Aaron Curry has become the latest casualty of that. Now, Aaron Curry, obviously his story's well known to Seahawks fans, a top 5 draft pick, colossal bust, one of the bigger busts in NFL history maybe, ended up coming back to Seattle as a coach in 2019. And you can see that he was a low-level coach for the Charlotte 49ers for a few years, and then he ended up in Seattle as a coaching assistant in 2019 and a defensive assistant from 2020 to now. Now, coaching assistant could mean a lot of different things. I don't know what his role was. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what he was doing. None of us really do. But as he was a linebacker when he played, and as he became a defensive assistant later, and is a linebacker coach now, I think we can safely assume that his work was always done on the defensive side of the ball. 2019, the Seahawks had a bad defense. It was the first truly bad defense of the Pete Carroll era here in Seattle, outside of the first couple years when he was just trying to get things going. And then he became a defensive assistant from 2020 to now. You take a look at the Seahawks defense over that time. 2020, the defense was average overall. 2021, the defense was good. Not great, but good. 2022, the defense was bad. So, on that level, I can't say we're going to terribly miss anything here because the defensive performance overall during Aaron Curry's stay here in Seattle was not good. But at the same time, again, I want to defer to the experts here to a certain extent. We may have not been in love with what Aaron Curry was doing here, but the fact that a team like the Steelers looked at him and said, hey, we like what that guy can do, we're going to bring him over here as a linebacker coach, tells me that he is well respected. It's sometimes it's just really hard to tell what an assistant coach is really doing, especially when you're a defensive coach working with Pete Carroll, because you know Pete Carroll loves that defense. So a lot of people are going to feel pretty ambivalent to this, I think, and I mostly am as well. But I just find it interesting that a team like the Steelers decided, hey, we like that Aaron Curry guy, we're going to go get him. This was not a desperation hire by a team like Houston just trying to round out their coaching staff with whoever they can get their hands on. So that means something to me. But good luck to Aaron Curry. Hope things go well. You're over there in the AFC, so I don't give a rip about whether you're good or bad, I guess. We'll play the Steelers in, a couple years, I'm sure. But over in the AFC, go do whatever you want to do, and best of luck. All right, so if you guys have any thoughts, let me hear them down below. Aaron Curry moving on to bigger and looks like better things. I mean, I don't know if a linebacker coach is actually above a defensive assistant on the hierarchy, but kind of suspect that it probably is. All right. See you guys later tonight on Twitch. I'll be making another video tonight about the Sea Dragons game. Hope to see you there. And as always, go Hawks.